She has the face of an angel,
She's an absolutely amazing child.
a smile that lights up a room,
She is bubbly all the time.
and a personality that captures your heart.
I want to be where the people are.
To see Leigh Dittman today, it's hard to imagine that a rare medical condition could have resulted in her life ending before she was ever born.
A couple months after being married, I was pregnant. Happy, exciting time of everybody's life being pregnant, and at 16 weeks, we were told, hey, hang on, there's something not quite right.
The whole pregnancy was horrible. Every day or every time that we went to a doctor's visit, it was worse and worse and worse.
So we went to a high-risk doctor. Of course, he was like, this child's legs are measuring way under what her legs should measure. They're very bowed. Never seen anything like this before in my life. It would have to be complete retardation.
And through the whole course of the pregnancy, to make matters worse, we're having doctors tell us to abort this child. And we're like, you think to yourself, dear God, man, that's not an option here. If she is to have the ultimate demise at the end, then we've done the right thing, and we've let God do His work.
It was very tough, being just married, going through something that was supposed to be so exciting, and having that placed in front of you.
After 9 months of facing the unknown, little Leigh was finally born.
They put her over there, I look at her, she can tell she's definitely got leg deformity. Okay, her legs are all the way up on her chest, and they're very horseshoe. They look terrible. They do. My wife goes, what does she look like? I said, she looks perfect.
Look what we would have lost. She's perfect.
That day, we took modern medical science and turned it into a miracle, because we would have given up probably the greatest thing that ever hit our family.
Within days of Leigh's birth, the mystery that baffled doctors for 9 months was finally solved.
And they had done x-rays on Leigh and found out that she had actually had 5 broken ribs and a broken femur that had healed inside the womb.
Leigh was diagnosed with osteogenesis imperfecta, better known as brittle bone disease, a condition that would affect her growth and left her bones incredibly fragile.
The pediatrician that I was going to pick suggested to fill an application for Shriners.
When you're at your wit's end and you don't know what to do, and a name like Shriners comes up, all of a sudden you feel like a weight's lifted off you.
Leigh was accepted as a patient at the Tampa Shriners Hospital for Children, and the family's timing could not have been better. An exciting research study, originally conducted at Montreal Shriners Hospital, had just begun in Tampa. The study showed promising new hope for children born with osteogenesis imperfecta.
We have started a program here where we treat children that have brittle bone disease like Leigh Marie with a medication called pamidronate. And what that medicine does, it makes your bones stronger, and it makes you fracture less, it makes you in less pain, and improves the function overall.
We came home to discuss it, and I would say Leigh was home with us maybe 2 or 3 days, and somehow, we don't know how, she broke her arm and her wrist. And it was at that point David and I said, we're going to do it.
Do we know what we're getting into? No. Were we scared? Yes. Was Shriners reassuring? Absolutely. Were they confident? Even more so. And that's what sells you.
At 3 weeks of age, Leigh was the youngest patient accepted into the research study. Today, nearly 7 years later, she still participates in the program.
Well, yesterday I got a needle for my medicine, which helps my bones get stronger, which is right here.
While Shriners continues to search for a cure, the medication reduces but does not eliminate the risk of fracture. In fact, In Leigh's short life, she's had over 20 broken bones.
It's not really that fun. I mean, you cannot, when you break a bone, you have to get a cast, and then when you get a cast, you can't do what you want to do, like swim or do the fun stuff that you have to be out of cast or do stuff.
Leigh has literally grown up at Shriners, and the staff here have become part of her extended family.
There's these great doctors, Dr. Law and Dr. Grogan. They're really great.
I mean, you just gotta love Leigh. Since the day I laid my eyes on her and she was a little baby, she had those bright eyes. She always had bright eyes. She's very precautious. And when she goes to surgery, she always say, "Are you gonna come with me?" So I go and hold her hand all the time until she goes to sleep and she no longer feels it. And sometimes I just keep holding her hand through the entire surgery. It's a very special relationship.
Shriners Hospital has become a home away from home for Leigh and her family. Her regular visits are made more enjoyable by the time she gets to spend with other patients who have become close friends.
Her name's Brianna, and we met when she was about 3 months and I was 3 weeks old, that's when we both started to go to Shriners.
In the past, children with osteogenesis imperfecta have usually had to use a wheelchair for their entire lives. Today, with the research being done at Shriners, that is no longer their fate.
I know that in the 20 plus years that I've been here, the kids with type 3 osteogenesis imperfecta have dramatically improved their ability to get around and to, most of the kids didn't walk that had type 3 OI even 10 years ago because every time they got up, something broke. So now being able to make the bones stronger, being able to both medically and surgically treat these bones, it's allowed these kids to really have a much more normal childhood.
Leigh has had 3 rods surgically implanted to further strengthen her leg bones. But she is still highly susceptible to fractures, and her parents take special precautions for her safety. When she attends school, she uses her wheelchair and is constantly accompanied by her cousin Johanna, who acts as her aide.
It was hard to send her and not know if she'd be okay. I needed to find somebody that knew how to take care of Leigh, because just one bad move with her legs could break them both.
Despite the concerns, Leigh has excelled in school. Now a second grader, she attends gifted classes and has been embraced by both students and teachers.
She's a very confident child. She's a very intelligent child. She is just a joy to know. You will never see Leigh without a smile on her face. When she comes into the classroom, the room just lights up with her personality and with the joy and the sweet spirit that she exhibits.
That sweet spirit has also won the hearts of some local celebrities. Leigh, a die-hard Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, has gained the affection of Coach John Gruden and the team.
Let me see you walk. Look at that. That is unbelievable. Great job. That's outstanding. Give me 5 on that. Good work.
Oh, I'm a huge fan, and I've almost met all the players, and I met John Gruden and also his mother.
I love you, girl. You take care of yourself, all right?
The coach has even helped Leigh with a personal mission, an annual fundraiser that was conceived when plans were being made for her 3rd birthday.
And she said, you know, they don't have to bring me toys. I think they should bring money for Shriners instead.
I do that because I want to help the Shriners because they helped me so much.
The annual event has raised nearly $90,000 for Shriners hospitals, an accomplishment which has made Leigh and her family heroes to the Shriners in her city.
Well, everyone, this is Leigh Dittman.
But for the Dittmans, the true heroes are the doctors, the staff, and the Shriners who work selflessly to give children a better life and hope for a brighter future.